Hello everybody, Alan Legorburu here, and as many of you know, I am a Spanish teacher. So today, the purpose of this video is to show you all how I teach my students online. We're living in a strange times right now with all the coronavirus, and the only option we have educators is to teach our students online. So I have thought that it was a good idea to prepare a video showing you, in order to show you or to show other educators step by step everything I do in order to give my classes online. I think it's a great idea for other teachers also. They should sharing. It's going to be very beneficial from now on for everybody. I think many changes are coming up in the field of education, and especially it's going to be important to be ready for these changes and to be ready to teach online. So according to the profile of the students that I teach, these students are 11 and 13 years old. I started to work with them in October, and now we are in April, in the middle of April. So we've been working 5 months. If we don't count all the vacations and all the days we haven't worked. So 5 months with me, and at the beginning of in October they didn't really speak much, or they didn't know much Spanish. The level of Spanish was very minimal. Now I can see that they can talk, they can communicate, their competence has been growing, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy, especially because I have seen in this month and a half that we've been working together online, I have seen very good results. And I would like to show you how I work with my students within 7 days. My online classes, I see these students just once a week when we interact on the computer, but within that week, within those 7 days, many things happen that are not the interaction that I have with my students, but many important things that any teacher should do or take into consideration. Therefore, with no more say, let's dive into it. Teaching Spanish online in the USA. Step 1. Instruction of the new lesson. According to the instruction of the new lesson, there are 2 ways to teach a new lesson to our students online. The first one is here, recording ourselves. We teachers recording our lessons and releasing them. I think it's incredibly important from now on for every teacher to start recording them classes. Whether to give those classes, to release those classes to their students, or any other person who wants to learn Spanish or any other subject. That's one way. Recording a new lesson and releasing them. That way we can give in advance the information to our students, which is important because we gain time. The second way to teach a new lesson to our students is the day we see our students on the computer. So the day of the lecture. I see my students once a week. So I take a little bit of time of my lecture with them to teach them the new lesson. I will show you that later. Normally, I teach grammar, and I like to integrate one new lesson every lecture. So once a week. Once a week, a new grammar component, a new grammar structure, starting from the beginning. At beginners levels, I think it's important to start from the grammar. What I do is I give my students the vocabulary, and they have to integrate the vocabulary I'm giving them in the grammar I'm teaching them, and I'm teaching the grammar so I know the steps they have to follow in order to acquire the language. I think any languages teacher should know exactly the steps that their students have to follow in order to acquire, in order to learn a language. So, with this video, I wanted to show you very briefly how you can prepare your classes from home. This is a lesson I prepared for my students as well as for the public, based on explaining the conjugations. As I said before, Also, we can teach our students these lessons in life, in real time, with the computer, when we are working with the computer with them. I will show you that later on. Step 2: Homework translations. As far as homework goes, as an online teacher, I'm realizing how important homework is in the learning process of my students. I wasn't believing in homework when I was teaching in regular schools, but now, as an online teacher, I think it's essential. Essential because, as I said, I only see my students once a week in real time. I only video chat with my students once a week for 1 hour and a half. We have interactions and we do some exercises as I will show you later on. But throughout the week, there are many important things that are happening too, that are important to address, and one of them is homework. This is like a circle. The day of the interaction, the lesson given, homework to do to reinforce the lesson, the new lessons given, and then go into the interactions again and start acquiring the new lessons through interactions. But homework is a key element in the whole process of learning. And nowadays, the technology is giving us magnificent tools like Google Docs or Word documents. Those documents are shareable, and I share with my students a document every week with homework. I can work with my students simultaneously on the document. I can correct them. I can write notes on the side of the document for my students to correct and to read. I can even chat with my students. I think these tools are key nowadays, and I think every teacher should be completely familiarized with using these shareable documents. I will speak to you later on about how important it is in my teaching to work simultaneously on the same document as my students are doing homework. So yes, when my students are doing homework, I coordinate with them and we work together on the document distantly. From the distance, we're working together. So homework, key element. Also, the way, what is the kind of homework that I send to my students? So it's simple, it's translations. I work with the mother language of my students, which is English in this case. Normally I teach for students who are at beginners level, and I have seen very good results by using the mother language of the students. What I do, and this is important, I teach the new lessons as I said before. Then I send a homework related, completely related to the new lessons. So I send sentences in English to translate into Spanish, in which there are integrated the grammar, the lessons that I taught, the grammar, and the vocabulary I gave the students at the beginning of the school year, or I am giving the students throughout the year. Please, as a teacher, we shouldn't, we shouldn't make the mistake of sending sentences that are not related to the lessons we have given. So it's important to be careful with the motivation of the students. The students need to see that what they are working on is what me as a leader, as a guidance, I have been teaching them. Because if they see that they're not understanding anything I'm sending them because I didn't teach it before, that definitely is going to have bad consequences. So work, teach new lessons, and then send sentences related with that, or in which there are integrated those new lessons and the vocabulary you given the students. That is important. For example, right now I've been working with my students for 5 months, and I've been teaching many different grammar components and structures for 5 months. I have been adding new vocabulary to my students too throughout 5 months. Now the kind of document homework that I send to my students There are sentences in which there are integrated many different kind of grammar structures, vocabulary, and now I am at the time in which I'm starting to add new vocabulary or new expressions on the sentences, but always with a note in English for them to start acquiring more um, elements, linguistic elements, as they are working on the documents. So they are through practice, they work on the grammar, they work on the vocabulary, everything through translations. I know there are many teachers who criticize the usage of the teachers of the mother language of the students. For me, it's been giving me great results since I first started teaching here in the United States using the mother language of my students. It's been great. It's a great resource that I want to use to teach them, especially at the beginners level. I will show you right now how I organize my drive, how I send the homework and the translations to my students. With this video, I wanted to show you how I organize my drive as a teacher. Here it is, the folder for my program. I try to integrate here on this folder many different things like the behavior participation sheets, the important verbs, the documents that I share with my students for conjugations and many other things, worksheets, many documents that I've been preparing throughout the years, expressions, other expressions, in order to share real quick with my students. According to my tutoring, I have here another drive with this. Here I have the translations, traducciones. I spoke to you about all these documents I have been sharing with my students, with these students I am teaching online right now, and they have quick access to these documents. According to the homework, these are all the translations, all the homework they have been doing. I have 16 documents. They are 2 students, and the beginning it was this. Here you can see the interactions I have with my students and all the corrections I do on the side. So the facility or the advantages of using a shared document, as you can tell here, I mark it here and I write here the notes for them to correct. As you can see here, these students in October started with the grammar compositions. I have to, yo tengo que. I also taught on this week the verb to know, other important verbs like, for example, to learn, the preposition para, some interrogative pronouns like where, donde, and they start learning, as I said, through translations. The verb to want, querer. I teach them also how to build negative sentences, and that was the beginning of the beginning. Then, after some weeks, we can see that I'm teaching new lessons. And here you can see all the notes I'm writing to my students. Sometimes, the majority of the times, they correct their notes. Other times, maybe they are a little busy and they don't do it completely, but you can see that the lessons are a little bit more advanced. Here I'm starting to teach. By this week, this is the 6th homework, traducciones 6, and you're starting to see how they are starting to work with past tenses, as well as with the participle. We are adding more components that would be in the middle of the school year, for example, two months after starting with me. Then we go to more advanced work, could win, should, would. So we go progressively working on more advanced components. As I said here, for example, I write here, and this is a new component. En cualquier momento, I write a note in Spanish for them in order to know. Otherwise, it's going to confuse them, because if I didn't teach this component and then I'm asking them to translate and I don't give them any help or any note, it can affecting their motivation. Yo no puedo confiar en él porque me engañaría en cualquier momento. So they are doing this, and I write this little correction on the side. This was the 13, and then let's see, for example, what they do here. This is the last one, and on the last one here, this was the last week. So however, I'm starting to add these components, and we definitely, one of the last lessons was the past simple. So I combined on this exercise, on this homework, I combined the past simple and the past participle, and they had to work, try to distinguish the two past tenses. And I'm starting to add these important components for communication on the sentences in order for them to learn this as they work on the grammar we have seen before. This again, review for should, chance. I give them these little things that are important for communication, more information important for communication, and they are working great on the translations, and I think through translations they are learning very much. This is the way my students learn progressively. Step 2. Homework. Reading, writing, and more. Hello everybody again. So before we move forward, I think it's going to be very important to specify a few things. Here I have what for me it's the perfect picture of the whole teaching learning process. We have here the day of the lecture, one homework translations that I already spoke about, and this is the other part of the homework. Okay, the day of the lecture, there should be. The way I do it online is I have a big time for interaction. I prepare interactions to have with my students, and I have a big time for interaction. We should remember always, every teacher should remember that interaction is the most important element in learning languages. We can do all these things, but if we don't interact, finally it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. And it's proven, and research has been saying that once after another. So interaction, apart from interaction, then teaching a new lesson. As I said, we can teach the new lesson the day of the lecture with the students when we're on the computer with them, or we can teach it online, or so here in my room or in my classroom, and send it to my students. I spoke about that already. We at some point the students are going to need some review. So sometimes I don't teach a new lesson anymore, especially right now after 5 months working with my students. So what we do is review. Okay, so interaction, teaching new lesson, review. 3 parts: the day of the lecture, the day I see my students on the computer. Okay, then homework. I spoke already about this one. For me, this is the most important one. At the beginner's level, the most important one here in the US is homework translations. I already spoke about that. But now, at the very beginning, only with homework translations, and then going to the day of the lecture again, and keeping and explaining new lessons, and having a little bit of interaction, that would be great at the very beginning. But now, after 5 months working with my students, there is another very important element we teachers have to start adding. I started to add some readings already when I was working only for 2 months with my students. Only one reading. I don't want to overwhelm my students. At the very beginning is hard. Okay? But the readings I started. Now I am at the point, after 5 months, that I'm telling my students, okay, we have one document shared in order for you to do translations. I'm asking my students to do one writing and one reading. I'm giving readings, one reading a week for my students, and then I give them some questions to answer related to the reading. I also want a writing, and the writing, I want it related to the reading. That way, it's not that hard for them. They can see the reading and they can do a writing related to the reading. Every language teacher should know that the most efficient teaching is when we integrate the 4 skills in the classroom. Okay? Interaction, talking is the most important one. Writing, reading, and then translations in order to acquire the language. That's what I use, and it works great. Okay, I want to add some other thoughts here. Interaction. Many teachers, they say that interaction is the most, they only do interaction. But at the beginner's level, in order to have interaction, they need to know something. You cannot have interaction with anybody if you haven't learned the basics. And the basics are here on the translations. And once the students are starting to acquire, to learn the basics through translations, it's the time to start giving them readings and writings, okay? And then interaction. Definitely, and this is very important too, the listening. The listening is the hardest part in learning languages. It's the hardest. So I also send, and I'm going to show you right now, I would recommend so much to have, for example, a WhatsApp application or the Google Classroom in order to send videos with many different accents to the students to practice their listening. That is the hardest one because I can adapt the reading, I can correct the writing. Normally the readings, I don't get a reading from the internet and I send it right the way I found it. No, we have to adapt the material for our students. I take the reading and I adapt it because I know that many things they could not understand, and other things maybe I don't want them to learn because it's unnecessary and it's on the reading and I got it. So I'm going to show you right now the way I adapt the readings for my students. So I think this is important. After 5 months, adding the 4 skills. The homework for translations, I spoke about that already, and then one reading and one writing a week. If they do all these things, and then you have a nice exercises, nice exercises in order to have interaction, I think the success is guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, so this is all. I'm going to show you right now how I send the readings and the listening exercises to my students. The readings I prepare for my students. I have 2 students, so I send 2 readings. Normally they are the same. Okay, here I have, for example, one for comparisons. I always mark or add new elements with the translations in Spanish and some questions. As you can tell, here this is a very short reading. I have another one here. For example, how can I adapt here? Adaptations. Estuve. I know I didn't teach this, so here I mark it. I mark the lesson. I know I didn't teach this, so here I feel like doing something, to be looking forward to do something, is tener ganas de. Those are the adaptations I'm talking about. I have seen my students having some difficulties with this, the it's and this possessive adjective. So here I'm marking all the adaptations. Sobre todo, especially, fuimos, past tense of to go. Important things, normally I mark the important things. And as I said before, if there is something that I don't like when I find the reading on the internet, I cut it or I adapt it. Here are the questions, here the notes I write for my students to correct. Okay, here we go. This was the last one I did today. More adaptations, new lessons and more adaptations. As you can tell, this is the last one. 5 days ago. This student hasn't done it yet, but this student has done it, and this student answered all the questions very well, actually, this student. And now I'm starting to add even more important things, like for example for communication, ya que, since, because, el camino, on the way. Those are the adaptations I'm talking about. This is as far as the readings is concerned. The Google Drive here, no, so the Google Drive, the Google Classroom. Okay, so it's so key also to start sending to the students.
Sí, soy española.
Ah, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Valladolid.
Ah, de Valladolid. Ah, vale.
Sí.
¿Y qué haces aquí? ¿Qué haces aquí en Londres? ¿Qué haces en Inglaterra?
Pues estoy haciendo unas prácticas de las cosas que...
Those are important things, because the students that need to get used to more than one accent, not to my accent. I know they are starting to understand me because I negotiate the meaning. Negotiation of the meaning is another thing that I do that is very technical. This is me. It's very technical for them to understand me, but the real life is not like with me and the way I do it with them. So they need to get used to.
When you are learning a new language, you will...
They need to get.
Voy a pedir un menú o pedir un menú. Quinto error, ser americano.
They need to get used to the accents of other teachers, and also we have so many resources on the internet to teach the students or to show the students not only different accents as well as more lessons. Conversación en español for people. There are so many resources we have to give the students.
Pero necesito una raqueta y una pelota.
El tenis es interesante.
As you can see here, it's for the level 1, for first levels. It's important to select well the material we're going to send to the students. This is another good one. This is a song. Songs are great tools also to learn languages. So, with no more say, here it is, the Google Drive, also the readings, and as I said, combining or adding these things to the program. As when the students start to get ready for it, not at the very beginning, but when the students have learned some basics, it's very beneficial. Step 3. Working simultaneously with the students on the shared documents. So one thing is important to take into consideration when I say to work simultaneously with the students on the same document, it's that I'm speaking about the document of the translations. We could work with the students at the same time also on their other documents, on their reading documents, which it would be okay, but especially it's important on the documents of the translations, to work with them as they are doing the homework at home on that document to translate. Why is so important for me to work simultaneously with them on the document? Especially for 2 reasons. The first one, main reason, it's time. We don't have time to waste. And if we coordinate and we work this at the same time, at some point, together on the same document, when we finish working together, that document is behind. I don't have to go again to check if the student corrected all the notes that I wrote at some point before, so it would be a waste of time to correct, to check again the document if they have done it right, then to send the new notes if they haven't done everything right. It's much better to have a straightforward communication at the time, when I'm working with them at the same document together. I can send them notes, I can encourage the students, I can assist them when I really see that they need some assistance immediately. That is great for their motivation. I can send documents that they need to check immediately, and I see that they are not reading the document that they need to read in order to do the exercise well. So I can see many things at the time, and I can help them at the very time, and definitely we gain time. They finish the exercise, I finish the exercise, and that document gets behind, and then we can keep working on other things. Very important also, notes. When I'm working with my students at the same time on the document, I can see the mistakes they are making. I'm taking notes. It's so important to take notes of those mistakes on a side paper. And then, because they are working on the exercise, there is no time to explain to them at that moment everything, but take those notes and then prepare those notes for the next class. So this is so important what I'm going to show you right now. So here it is. The mistakes made on homework, on the translations, I take notes, and then I prepare some exercises for the day of the interaction to correct with them. I can work with my students on those mistakes that they made the day of the homework. So it's important to take notes of those mistakes they are making. Then the mistakes the students make the day of the interactions and the day of the lecture, to take some notes and to write those sentences prepared, to teach them those mistakes. So totally related to the mistakes they made on the interactions. So this works like another circle. We work on the mistakes made on the homeworks the day of the lecture, the mistakes they are making, some few mistakes that they are making on the interactions that I know they need to be addressed. I put them on the homework, and that way we work, and through repetition, they finally correct those mistakes. And right now I want to show you the benefits of working simultaneously with my students on the documents, the translations that I prepared for them. You can see here. Okay, now I have to help this. Did you find them? Okay, so I am going to answer this student. This seems wrong, okay? Why are you using internet? You don't need it. You don't need to use tener for this sentence. So I'm giving those informations here on the side to this student. And we're working simultaneously on the document. Here I'm helping this student. Here I mark it and I'm giving them the answer. Vale, perfecto. This is a great answer. I encourage my students here. Like, perfecto. Here, he metido a la fiesta. Tú deberías traer el libro español a clase si tú quieres conseguir buenos. The student is starting to realize, with my help, definitely realizing things. Gracias. In order to do the exercise better. So working at the same document at the same time simultaneously, it's a great benefit. Step 4. Sending a lesson plan in advance to the students. Okay, so we're getting closer and closer to the most exciting part of the whole teaching, learning experience, which is the day we see our students in real time, face to face, the day we interact with our students through video chat. In this day, as I said, I have a big section of the day in which I develop activities to have interaction. It's important. Interaction is going to be the most important activity of this class this day. Also, I might send new lessons. I might send them new lessons. I might explain to them new lessons, or I might review previous mistakes, as I said before, or review previous lesson that I think needs to be reinforced. Anyways, before going to this day, I think it's incredibly important to send to the students a lesson plan in advance, 1 or preferably 2 days in advance. That way the students are going to have a guidance that is going to tell them what they are going to see, what they are going to do the day of the class. And I know that many times lesson plans go in different ways and the class ends up developing in a different way, but it's important to give the students a guidance for them to know what they are going to see. Right now I'm going to show you some lesson plans I've been preparing for my students. With this video, very briefly, I want to show you the lesson plans I've been sending to my students previous having the actual class. For example, here, full explanation of the project. This was the exercise I asked them to do. This exercise is based on explaining. So this is an oral exercise my students had to do, and I asked them to prepare it a day or 2 in advance. Another lesson plan. Here we can see I'm sending them also the grammar past tense that was going to be, and sending them this to do an exercise to ask me questions. All right, here we go. Okay, this is very briefly. It's always good to let our students know what they are going to do the day of. Another lesson plan. Here, the exercise. By the way, you don't have to send in a command. They need to know that they are going to do that. They were asked. Also, I asked them to check some of the elements or lessons we've been working on lately or also throughout the year, and this exercise they were going to do. So as I said, it's important to send a lesson plan, a guidance to the students in order for them to know what they are going to see. Step 5. Presetting the video chat class. Okay, so finally the day has come, the day I'm going to see my students in real time, face to face, the day I'm going to interact with my students, as well as we're going to review some previous items or mistakes they have been making previously. So one more time, it's very important to have to take a little time to prepare the class in advance, to have everything ready for the time I am talking and I'm having the actual class. No teacher should waste any time opening tabs or searching for things as they are talking to their students, because that is going to be a waste of time and we don't have time to waste. So now I'm going to show you how I prepare in advance the class, and please pay close attention to the shared documents that every week I prepare to share with my students when the class starts. With this video I'm going to show you how I prepare the classes, the actual classes for my students. It's important, as you can see, I have so many documents, different documents. We have been working online. It's gonna be 7 weeks, for 7 weeks, and this was, I think, the first one. And it's important. Notes from online instruction. This is important to see. This is for the questions I want them to ask me every day. I do a section of the class asking them to ask me questions because I want them to get familiarized with all these interrogative pronouns. Every day I start the class like that. This was empty. This was vocabulary of the lessons of March 17. This was empty, as I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, here is the one I have prepared for this week. The same, we're going to start the class the same way, but this is April vocabulary of the lessons of April 21st. So today we are going to fill all this thing with new vocabulary for my students, because I know they are going to ask questions, because I know when we are going to be interacting, some questions are going to come up and they need to learn that vocabulary that they are using in real time with me, which is going to be a very significant vocabulary to learn. The other day, out of the interactions we had, we brought out all this new vocabulary and new items that I taught to my students. This was so many new items here. As you can see, the difference between pedir and preguntar, store, tienda, things that they are asking me. ¿Cómo se dice? This is the way they ask me. ¿Cómo se dice montar en bici, ride on bike en español? And this. Okay, so this is a real quick overview. March 17th. Let's see if I can show you more. Then we had, for example, okay, this is what day was this? March 24th. More vocabulary. This is very important, and I share this document with my students every day at the beginning of the class, or two minutes before starting the class. Because why 2 minutes before starting the class? Because I have always some other exercises prepared, like I'm gonna show you here. For example, this is the vocabulary we are going to fill, the section for the vocabulary we are going to fill today, okay? But all these things are exercises I am preparing for my students to do it unexpectedly. These are the things I want to reinforce. I was seeing these mistakes the other day when they were doing the translations, so I want to reinforce all these lessons that I know they are not clear on. Okay, so that's why I share this document with the students 2 minutes before starting the class, because I don't want them to see all these things that I have prepared in advance for them. This is gonna be unexpectedly, and this is what tells me, because I'm gonna ask them, I'm gonna have them translate these sentences. This is what is going to tell me if they are really making progress or not. Because if I give them this in advance and they do it and they prepare it in advance, I don't really know if they're doing so much progress. That's why I have the day and the translations for homework. So this is it. I'm gonna show you probably one more. Everyday working on, this was April 14th. A lot of new vocabulary too. I always tell my students, please review this vocabulary, because this is the vocabulary you needed the day of the interaction with me. So it is related to the needs you had, and when the vocabulary they need and they are learning and I'm giving them, it's related to the needs they had. That means that vocabulary was a meaningful vocabulary. So those sentences, new lesson, past simple, we worked on this. We couldn't do it all because we were so much time speaking and having interaction, which is so important, but we did quite a lot, and they have this if they want to keep working. It's always good that the teacher brings extra things to the class, a backup activity or extra activities in order to have a very full, complete class. That is one. So this is every week I share these documents with my students. And then I have another one. This is the document that I don't share with the students. I never share this document with the students in order to have interaction. This is the kind of interaction I have that it's called questions and answers interaction. At the beginner's level, it's so important to have questions and answers. This is what really teaches the students. These are unexpected questions that I have here. As you can see, there is no relationship between some questions to others. ¿Qué necesito para cocinar tu comida favorita? ¿O qué necesitas para cocinar? Ok. ¿Qué ha hecho tu hermano hoy? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? What I'm doing? And they have to answer. Another one that is, I love this one, is, for example, ¿Qué crees que voy a hacer hoy yo después de clase? They don't expect that question, but if they understand it and they tell me, yo creo que, they know I like riding bikes, yo creo que vas a andar en bici, that means a lot. That is so big because they tell me that they are understanding unexpected questions out of context. ¿Cuál es el estado más grande de los Estados Unidos? Cuando estudias español, ¿con quién estudias español? ¿Tienes amigos? Okay, the questions I have prepared for today. For example, ¿tú has visitado alguna vez en Sudamérica? Vale, puedes preguntarle, this is key, puedes preguntarle a tu hermano que me pregunte si alguna vez he estado en Sudamérica. This is a whole new level. When you ask the student, okay, ask somebody to ask me, there is a triangle there and there is so much learning on that. As you can see, then I ask a completely different question. Here the lesson is to teach them nunca or to practice nunca, siempre, often, a menudo. ¿Qué está haciendo tu padre ahora? Y tu madre, pregúntale a tu hermano o hermana si sabe qué está haciendo tus padres ahora. I have the interaction with two siblings and we are talking at the same time. So I like to play with them and make a triangle communication. So ask your brother to ask me this, ask me to ask you this, and this is so great. This idea has been brought. This is an amazing exercise in order to have communication at the beginner's level. Amazing exercise. I brought this idea from these ones, and this is amazing. Please pay attention to this because this is a great thing.
Oh, I didn't. Ask me who paid for it.
Who paid for it?
Who paid
Paid for it.
Ivan did. Ask me who Ivan is.
Who's Ivan?
He's a man from New Zealand. Have you ever been to New Zealand?
Never.
Okay, ask Eva if she has ever been to New Zealand.
Eva, have you ever been to New Zealand?
No, I haven't.
All right, ask her if she would like to go.
Would you like to go?
Yes, I would.
Ask her what the capital of New Zealand is.
What's the capital of New Zealand?
Auckland. Yeah.
No.
No?
Auckland?
That's Auckland.
Ask her what the biggest city is in New Zealand.
What's the biggest city in New Zealand?
Auckland.
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 Okay.
Okay, as you can see,
Annette, if
it's a,
Auckland is
this is when I discovered this was a total discovery, really, because I can see how much learning the students can have by doing this exercise. So these are the ideas I've been bringing out in order to have this kind of interaction with the students. Beginners level, develop these kind of interactions, and if they start progressing on this and understanding all these important items for communication and to interacting among them, that is gonna be great. Also, I also prepare for more communication this picture. I know my students went to Spain. I know they went to Spain. So I have prepared this. They told me that they went to this place, and I discovered that when I read one of their writings. They told me a trip that they did in Spain, and they told me that they went to Barcelona, to Montserrat. Today, completely unexpectedly, I'm going to bring out these pictures, and we are going to, I hope, to develop a conversation in which we are going to speak about their trip in Spain. I know they went to Madrid, I know they went to Barcelona, and I'm going to ask so many questions about Spain, and I want, completely unexpectedly, I want them to tell me their experience in Spain. We're going to work on comparisons. We are going to describe, I'm going to ask him also, describe this place, tell me what you see. We can work serious start with that. So this is unexpectedly too, and I have it ready here for the time of the class. I could prepare other things too. I know we are going to work on the past simple today. I taught the past simple last week, 7 days ago. So I have this, I want to reinforce that lesson, and I have this tab open with this document ready for the time they are going to work on the past simple. We teachers cannot be wasting our time opening documents. Sometimes, yes, we need some extra information and we can open a new tab, but 80% of the class should be ready and we should be ready to go. Okay, so this is it. This is the overview, notes from instructions, all this that I showed you already, and this is the way I preset my classes. Step 6, the video chat class meeting with the students. And now, finally, the time has come. We have preset everything, everything is prepared, all the documents open, everything I think I'm gonna need, and now it's the time to call my students. I like to do it through Zoom, but also Google Hangouts works great. The time to connect with my students and start the party, the class. I'm going to share this document that I told you about with my students. I'm sharing it right now. The document we are going to work on right now, starting in 2 minutes. I sent them the invite, so right now I'm just waiting for them to connect. Hola. Hola. ¿Me oís bien?
Sí.
¿Sí? Vale, perfecto, genial. Bien, vamos a ver, vamos a... ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal estáis? ¿Cómo está todo? ¿Cómo está la familia y todo? ¿Cómo estáis?
Está bien.
Bien, ¿y tú?
Yo estoy muy bien. Todos bien, toda la familia bien, sano, ¿sí? ¿Todo bien? ¿Sí?
Sí.
Bien. Habladme un poquito, ¿qué habéis hecho este fin de semana? ¿Qué habéis hecho el fin de semana?
Oh,
¿Qué habéis hecho el fin de semana?
yo he hecho el fin de semana robótica championship virtual.
¡Wow! Championship, ok, voy a escribir aquí Championship. Finn, ¿tú sabes lo que significa Championship en español?
No sé.
¿No sabes? ¿Cómo se dice, Hannah? Campeonato. Again. Campeonato. Campeonato. Championship. Y Hannah, ¿has ganado? ¿Ganar o perder?
Well, we've had
No, español. We had, no.
um esto es world's champion
Oh,
campeonato.
Campeonato del mundo. Mundo is world. Mundo significa world. Campeonato del mundo.
Tanto
Sí.
the last campeonato.
Ujú.
Wait. Oh, cuatro campeonatos before
Sí, antes. 4 campeonatos antes.
y ganar
Sí.
todos.
Vale. ¿Cómo es el past tense? Mirad, chicos. Chicos. A ver, I wanna share this document. A ver, un segundo. Hoy vamos a trabajar mucho aquí, ¿vale? ¿Recordáis? La semana pasada
Sí.
nosotros miramos el past, ¿vale? O sea que, Hannah, mira aquí ahora. Nosotros ganamos.
Nosotros ganamos
Muy bien, nosotros ganamos.
el campeonatos. El tres campeonatos before.
3 campeonatos antes, ¿vale? Muy bien, previos, ¿vale? Muy bien, Hannah.
Pero,
Sí,
pero no ganamos.
sí.
Ganamos
campeonato mundo.
Ganamos campeonato. So, hace tres campeonatos ganasteis.
Sí,
Y ahora no, en este no habéis ganado.
no.
Vale, muy bien, Hannah, muy bien.
Gracias.
Vale, Hannah, con cuántas personas has hecho el campeonato, Hannah? ¿Cuántos amigos has hecho el campeonato de robótica?
Con 5 amigos.
¿Con 5 amigos? Bien. ¿Son todos chicos, chicas? ¿Cómo es esto? ¿Cuántos años tienen?
3. Oh, to-
3 years old.
nosotros
Todos tenéis 11 y 12. ¿Sois todos chicas o chicos?
chicos y chicas.
Muy
3
bien.
chicas, 3 chicos.
Vale. ¿Y dónde viven?
En Seattle.
En Seattle. Muy bien. A ver, un segundo. A ver, aquí, esto. Bien. Tú, Finn, ¿qué has hecho el fin de semana?
Nosotros jugamos en el backyard.
Vale. Mira, Finn, muy bien. Nosotros jugamos. Estás haciendo muy bien. En past tense, pasado. En el backyard. ¿Y qué has hecho en el backyard? ¿Con la bici, con la bicicleta o qué habéis hecho?
Con trampoline
Muy-
y nuevo game.
Un juego nuevo, un juego. Mira, chicos, yo escribo aquí, ¿vale? Game, juego. Game, juego, ¿vale? Pero, atención. Game in sports. In sports, partido. ¿Vale? Un poco diferente. Escribir, está bien. Vale. ¿Dónde habéis estado el fin de semana? A mí tu papá me ha dicho, Finn, que habéis ido a alguna parte, a algún sitio. ¿Habéis estado en Seattle todo el rato?
Todo el rato.
Sí, todo el rato significa all the time.
All the time.
Todo el rato, all the time. Rato significa a while, un rato. Rato, it's a good one. Rato, while, a while. O un momento, rato, momento. Rato, momento, a while, a moment. Vale, ¿habéis estado todo el rato en Seattle?
Sí, pero yo voy a...
Mira, Finn, aquí, mira aquí. To go, in past tense.
Yo fui a Lincoln Park y Alki en bicicleta.
En bicicleta, ¿tú solo, Finn?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿Por qué tú solo?
no sé.
Vale, porque ¿te gusta andar en bicicleta tú solo?
Sí,
A mí me gusta mucho estar solo, me gusta. Cuando quiero estar con amigos, yo llamo a mis amigos. Pero cuando quiero estar solo, me gusta estar solo. Vale, Hannah,
Sí,
bien, a ver, tu papá, ¿dónde ha estado? ¿Tu papá dónde ha estado el fin de semana? ¿En Seattle también o en Bellingham?
en Seattle también.
¿Sí? ¿No habéis ido a Bellingham esta semana?
No.
en el fin de semana, no.
Vale, pero...
En la semana.
Oh, en el semana, sí.
Vale, ¿cuándo fuisteis a Bellingham? ¿Cuándo?
Oh,
¿Cuándo?
en visitamos Bellingham en lunes.
El lunes.
Yo
El
creo que
jueves.
el lunes.
Muy bien. ¿Tú crees que el lunes?
Last
En
week.
Bill-
we-
No,
Yeah.
no, no, español, chicos, ¿eh? Español.
Oh,
Last week significa la semana pasada.
la semana pasada nosotros visitamos Bellingham el lunes.
El jueves.
El jueves.
El lunes.
Muy bien. Vale, chicos. No pasa nada, no pasa nada. No discutir, no discutir. ¿Sabes lo que significa discutir, chicos? Muy importante. Discutir. Mirad, ¿eh? Discutir. To argue. No discutir. No discutir. No discutir. It's like an Spanish English false friend. In English we say discuss. It's like the same, right? Discutir, discuss. En español, discutir normally it's to argue, ¿vale? No discutir. Vale, Hannah, ¿durante cuántos días habéis estado en Bellingham? ¿Cuántos días?
Estamos en Bellingham
Sí, sí.
para durante un día, pero solo 3 horas.
Bien, durante un día, pero solo 3 horas. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tan corto? ¿Por qué tan poquito? ¿Por qué?
Porque nosotros visitamos Bellingham porque mi
No you don't have to tell me the truth. You don't have to tell me the truth. You can lie to me if it's personal, okay? I'm happy that you are understanding my questions. All right.
Okay. Mi abuela gato
Vale.
died.
Vale, perfecto. ¿Qué significa died en español, Finn? ¿Eh?
Muerte.
Muerte is death. Murió. Mira aquí. El past tense aquí. Morir. Murió. El gato is like it. He is. Murió. Morir is the word. Murió. ¿Vale? Este es the past tense. Pues yo tengo mucha pena, perdona. Lo siento por el gato de tu familia. Lo siento mucho. El gato es mi animal favorito. Es mi animal favorito. ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito, Hannah?
El conejo.
El conejo. El gato es mi animal favorito. Vale, chicos. Finn, ¿tú tienes preguntas para mí? Yo quiero que me preguntes cosas. Pregúntame.
¿Qué hiciste en el fin de semana?
Este fin de semana yo he trabajado mucho en proyectos. Estoy trabajando en proyectos importantes, creando vídeos para educación. ¿Tú comprendes lo que significa crear, Finn? Crear.
No recuerdo.
¿Tú recuerdas?
Sí, create.
Muy bien, Hannah, muy bien. Es to create, crear. Estoy creando vídeos muy interesantes para educación, para otros maestros, otros profesores. Eso también yo fui a andar en bicicleta a Discovery Park. ¿Tú, Hannah, sabes dónde está Discovery Park?
Sí.
¿Dónde está Discovery Park?
Oh, no sé. No sé.
¿No sabes? ¿Sí sabes o no sabes? ¿Cómo es esto? Finn, ¿dónde está Discovery Park?
Más o menos norte de say Seattle.
Muy bien. Vale, Hannah, ¿está cerca, Discovery Park está cerca de Ballard o está cerca de Capitol Hill?
No sé.
¿No sabes dónde está Discovery Park, Hannah?
Oh,
Finn,
yo sé Discovery Park,
vale.
pero no sé
No sabes. Vale. Bien, Finn, ¿dónde está Discovery Park? ¿Está cerca de Ballard? ¿Está cerca de Capitol Hill? ¿Está cerca de Bellevue?
cerca de Ballard.
Cerca de Ballard. ¿Y está lejos de Bellevue o está cerca de Bellevue? Está,
Lejos.
está lejos de Bellevue. ¿Sabes lo que significa estar lejos de, Hannah?
No.
¿Qué significa estar lejos de, Finn?
No sé.
¿No sabes? Vale, es lo contrario a cerca de. ¿Qué significa cerca de, Hannah?
Like near or next to.
Next to is al lado de. I'm gonna write that right now here for you. Cerca de is near, ¿vale? Cerca de, near, ¿vale? Lejos de, atención. Lejos de, far away from. Far away from. Y, atención, al lado de, next to. Esto es importante, chicos. Esto es importante que tengáis en cuenta, ¿vale? Vale. Hannah, mira. Yo he dicho decir, es importante que vosotros tener en cuenta esto. ¿Qué significa, Hannah, tener en cuenta? ¿Tú qué crees que significa tener en cuenta, Hannah?
To have.
Muy bien, to have. Yeah,
Oh.
to have. ¿Cuenta?
To count.
Uy, casi.
Oh, to have like an account of, like to know.
Ya,
in a way.
Fin, ¿qué significa?
No sé.
No sabes, yo te digo. Have it or keep it into account. ¿Vale? Tener en cuenta, o sea, to keep it into account. Have it in your mind. Muy bien, esto es importante también. Mirar aquí, tener en cuenta. Keep it into account. Sorry about this mistake. Perdona por esto. Vale, Finn. Hannah, pregúntame cosas. Pregúntame.
¿Cómo se dice like your least or your less?
Vale, perfecto. My list. The least. The least important thing, for example. The least, vale. El menos.
Oh, okay.
Ok, atención, The most. ¿Cómo es the most? If the least is el menos, ¿cómo es the most?
Más.
El más. The most important, el más importante.
¿Qué es el menos? ¿Qué es? Wait. ¿Qué es tu menos favorita comida? Wait. ¿Qué es tu menos comida favorita?
Muy bien, Hannah, yo comprendo perfectamente, Mi comida menos favorita es... no sé. No sé, Hannah. Vale, mi comida menos favorita es cake, pastel, azúcar. No me gusta el azúcar, porque yo cuando como pastel, azúcar. ¿Qué significa azúcar, Hannah?
Sugar.
Vale, yo cuando como azúcar, yo me pongo enfermo. ¿Vale? Me pongo un poco enfermo, no me gusta. Mira, atención chicos, muy importante. Ponerse. It's a reflexive verb, ¿ok? Poner, ¿qué significa poner? No. Hannah, poner.
But yeah.
To put. Vale. Se is reflexive. I taught you is to become. It's a way to say to become. I become sick. I get sick. It's so important, this one. To get. But in the case of to become, I get sick when go. Me pongo, atención, mirar aquí. Me pongo enfermo. Vale, me pongo enfermo. I get sick. Por favor, chicos, este documento es muy importante. Tenéis que revisar, ¿vale? Durante la semana tenéis que revisar. Tú normalmente revisas estos documentos que hacemos todas las semanas. ¿Tú revisas los documentos durante la semana?
Yo. Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Y tú, Hannah, tú revisas estos documentos durante la semana? Revisar, ¿sabes lo? Revisar. Revisar. To review.
Oh, sí.
Sí, tú revisas. Vale, y tú, Finn, ¿tú crees que estás aprendiendo mucho por revisar estos documentos?
Sí.
¿Tú crees que es muy importante la información que hay aquí?
Sí.
Sí.
Vale, gracias. Bien. Hannah, necesito que tú digas full sentence. I think all the information here is important.
Yo creo que todo la información en el documento es importante.
Muy bien, Hannah. Muy bien. Vale, necesito más preguntas, Finn, rápido. O si no, atención, O si no, atención, mira, O si no, si significa if. Si no, if not, ¿vale? Or if not, yo voy a empezar a preguntaros, ¿vale? Preguntas.
Alan,
Sí.
¿dónde está tu sitio favorito en España?
Mi sitio favorito en España es mi territorio, ¿cómo se dice? Espera un segundo, tengo que pensar. Me gusta mucho donde yo vivo, que es el País Vasco, ¿vale? Tú sabes que yo soy del norte, ¿no? Tú sabes que yo soy del norte. Pero me gustan otros sitios también. Yo quiero visitar Ibiza. Ibiza es una isla, esto es España, ¿vale? Una isla aquí en el mar. Es muy bueno. Me gusta porque hay muchas playas y hay mucho sol. Mucho sol. ¿Sí? ¿Tú comprendes?
Sí.
¿A ti, Hannah, te gustan sitios con sol o sin sol?
Con sol.
Vale, ¿cuál es tu sitio favorito con sol?
Yo mi sitio favorito con sol
Sí.
se llama Cape Cod.
¿Y dónde está?
Está en Massachusetts.
Vale. Tierra, Earth. Vale. ¿Y a ti te gusta más con sol o sin sol, Finn?
¿Con sol o con nieve?
con sol o con nieve. Y si es con sol y nieve a la vez, al mismo tiempo, mejor.
Oh, depende.
¿Por qué? ¿De qué depende?
No sé.
Vale. Yo creo, a mí, cuando yo esquío en la nieve, a mí me gusta que haya sol, que hay sol. ¿A ti te gusta que haya sol cuando tú esquías, Finn?
Sí, pero más me gusta con nieve.
Vale, bien. Ok, muy bien, Finn. Vale, chicos, yo tengo unas preguntas aquí para vosotros. Vamos a empezar con... Bien. Mirar aquí. Hacer la compra. Hacer la compra. I'm going to stop sharing here. La compra is to do groceries. Grocery shopping. Hacer la compra. To buy groceries. Vale, perfecto. Bien. Bien. Vale, Fen. O Hannah, ¿cuántas veces hace la compra tu madre a la semana? ¿Cuántas veces hace tu madre la compra a la semana?
Nosotros no hace la compra, pero mis padres hacen la compra uno tiempo en la semana.
¿Una vez a la semana, Hannah? ¿Una vez a la semana?
Una vez.
Una vez a la semana.
Más
Una
o
vez.
menos.
Sí, sí, Finn. ¿Quieres decir algo?
Sí, más o menos.
Más o menos una vez a la semana. ¿Y vosotros dos no vais con vuestros padres a hacer la compra con ellos? ¿No acompañáis?
Ahora no,
Ahora no. ¿Por qué no, Hannah? ¿Por qué?
que nosotros no queramos
Muy bien.
um,
Muy bien.
no pongamos enfermo.
Muy bien, Hannah. Sí, sí, sí. Hannah, perfecto. Perfecto. A ver, porque vosotros, muy bien, no queréis poneros enfermos. Muy bien, no queréis poneros enfermos por el virus, ¿no?
Sí,
Claro, qué bien. Bien, normalmente, Finn, si no hay virus, ¿vosotros vais con vuestros padres a hacer la compra, Finn?
¿Cómo se dice sometimes?
A veces, mira, yo eso tengo aquí, Finn. Tengo aquí, mira, a veces, a veces, a veces. Mira, yo voy a escribir aquí, Finn, notes. Aquí te escribo, a veces, sometimes, a menudo, often,
Never.
¿vale? ¿Y qué significa always, Hannah? ¿Tú sabes, Hannah?
todos.
Siempre. Todos is everybody. Everything. Or all of them. Pero muy bien, Hannah, muy bien. Siempre, always. Bien. Genial. Genial. Muy bien. Vale, perfecto. A veces vais con vuestros padres a hacer la compra. Bien, tengo más preguntas. Vale, Finn, pregúntale a tu hermana si sabe cuántas veces hace tu madre la compra a la semana. Pregúntale a tu hermana.
Hannah, ¿cuánto tú sabes cuánto veces madre hace la compra en la semana?
Ahora,
Sí.
¿Tú sabes, Hannah?
repetir, por favor.
Por favor.
¿Tú sabes cuánto veces madre hace la compra en la semana?
Mi madre hace la compra más o menos uno tiempo en la semana. Una vez en la semana.
Una...
Vez
Muy bien, sí,
en la
sí,
semana.
muy bien. Vale, vale, Fen, pregúntame, please, pregúntame por favor cuántas veces... No, Hannah, pregúntame a mí cuántas veces hago yo la compra a la semana.
Alan,
Sí.
¿cuántas veces tú haces la compra en una semana?
Muy bueno. Vale, mira, es little detail. We say a week, right? We say in Spanish very similar. A la semana, ¿vale? Pero Hannah, perfecto, ¿eh? Vale, yo hago la compra a la semana una vez a la semana. Una vez. Y yo voy a hacer la compra... Fen, pregúntame cómo hago la compra. ¿Cómo hago la compra?
Alan, ¿cómo hago a comprar?
No, tú no, yo. ¿Cómo hago yo? ¿Cómo?
¿Cómo hago a comprar?
Pregúntame a mí. ¿Cómo haces? Allen, ¿cómo haces la compra, no? ¿Comprendes, Finn? Hago is I. I don't want to know how you do it. I want to know you asking me how I do it. ¿Sí?
¿Cómo tú haces la compra?
Perfecto, Finn. Yo hago la compra con la bicicleta. Con la bici, yo voy a Safeway y yo tengo una caja en la parrilla, on the rack. Yo pongo toda la comida on the rack y yo vengo a casa con la bicicleta. ¿Te gusta, Finn? Yo hago así la compra. Vale. Finn.
Sí.
O Hannah. Bien. We gotta pretend this one, eh? It's a little bit of theater. We gotta pretend it. ¿Vale? Hannah, pídele a tu hermano que me traiga traer a mí un vaso de agua.
Repetir, por favor.
Hannah, pedir a tu hermano que me traiga un vaso de agua. Traer a mí un vaso de agua. Pídele a tu hermano.
Finn,
Sí.
tú
Por favor, yo necesito agua. Necesito agua.
Finn, por favor, ponerse agua para Alan.
Vale, muy bien, está bien, Hannah. Bien, Finn, pídele a tu hermana que me traiga un vaso de agua. Pídele a tu hermana que me traiga un vaso de agua, Finn.
Hannah, darle un vaso de agua.
Muy bien.
Oh, sí.
¿Sí? Gracias. ¿Qué estoy haciendo ahora, Hannah? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? ¿Qué estoy haciendo?
Tú estás Bebes?
Beber, sí, pero ¿qué?
Beber.
¿Beber? ¿Seguro? ¿Yo estoy beber? ¿Estoy beber?
Estás beber el agua.
¿Seguro? A ver, Finn, ¿qué estoy haciendo?
Tú estás bebiendo agua.
Yo estoy
Sí.
bebiendo el agua, tú sabes, Hannah, tú sabes. Tú sabes. Tú sabes. Vale. Bien. Gracias por darme agua. Bien. Vale. Importante. Finn, ¿tú crees que yo estoy casado?
Casado.
Vale, ¿tú no comprendes casado, Finn?
No.
Tú no comprendes casado. Vale, yo te escribo aquí. Casado significa... married. ¿Tú crees que yo estoy casado, Finn?
Wait.
¿Tú crees que...?
No creo que tú estás casado.
Vale, muy bien. ¿Tú crees? Bien, perfecto. ¿Tú, Hannah, tú crees que yo estoy casado?
No creo que tú estás casado.
Vale. Hannah, ¿puedes preguntarle a Finn, a tu hermano, hey, si yo estoy casado, si él piensa que yo estoy casado, si él cree que yo estoy casado? Pregúntale a tu hermano si él cree que yo estoy casado.
Finn, ¿tú crees que Alan está casado? Alan, ¿estás casado?
Está casado. You did it perfect at first. You did it perfect at first. Perfect. Venga, Finn.
No creo que Alan está casado.
Hey, Finn. ¿Por qué crees que yo no estoy casado?
Porque tú nunca habla con ella.
Vale, Finn, atención, ¿eh? Yo nunca he hablado atención aquí en el documento, de una chica. Yo nunca he hablado de una chica. Yo nunca he dicho que estoy casado. ¿Vale? Hannah, pregúntame por favor si yo quiero estar casado.
Alan, ¿tú quieres estar casado?
Yo no quiero estar casado.
Alan.
Es personal, pero no quiero. Gracias. Bien. Vale, en el futuro, igual sí, en el futuro, igual sí, pero ahora no quiero. Bien. Vale, pregúntame algo, Hannah, algo sobre mi familia, por favor. Lo primero que tú pienses sobre mi familia.
Oh, ¿qué es tu comida favorita que tu familia cocina?
Vale, esto es muy bueno. Mi familia cocina mucha comida favorita para mí, mucha comida. Pero me gusta, sobre todo, atención, sobre todo, above all, especially, sobre todo, especialmente, me gusta el cordero, que significa lamb. ¿Vale? Me gusta mucho el cordero, chicos. ¿Cuál es la comida favorita que prepara tu madre para ti, Hannah?
Mi comida favorita que mi madre cocina
Sí.
se llama es the
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo se llama?
salmon.
¿Salmón? Salmón.
Salmon.
Ah, muy bueno. Vale. Bien, más. Vale, Fen, esta es para ti. Fen, ¿de dónde
Sí.
crees que es mi madre? ¿Tú de dónde crees que es mi madre?
How? Oh,
¿Quieres que repita la pregunta, Fen?
yo creo que tu madre es de España.
Vale. ¿Tú, Hannah, tú también crees que mi madre es de España? ¿Tú crees que mi madre es de España, Hannah?
No, creo que tu madre es de América.
¿Por qué, Hannah? ¿Por qué crees que mi madre es de América y Finn cree que mi madre es de España? ¿Qué pasa?
Porque yo recuerdo tu um,
Speaking.
hablando que tu madre es de América.
Amazing. Muy bueno. Tú, Finn, ¿tú no recuerdas nada? ¿Tú no recuerdas?
Yo recuerdo que tu padre está es de América.
Mi padre no. Mi padre no es de América. Mi madre es de América. Mi madre, mi padre no. Hannah, ¿tú recuerdas dónde nació mi madre? Y atención aquí, chicos. Nacer significa to be born. To be born. ¿Tú sabes dónde nació mi madre? Nació mi madre.
Creo que más o menos Idaho.
Bien, perfecto. Más o menos no. En Idaho, en Boise. Nació en Idaho. Mi madre nació en Idaho. Es perfecto, genial. Sí, me encanta. Finn, vosotros, vuestra familia, ¿habéis estado en Idaho alguna vez?
Sí, visitamos Boise una vez.
Bien, mi madre nació en Boise. Mi madre nació en Boise. Vale, Finn, tengo una pregunta para ti. ¿Tú, Finn, quieres hacer mountain bike hoy? ¿Tú quieres hacer mountain bike ahora?
Sí, yo quiero mountain bike ahora.
Vale, pero... Hannah, ¿tú crees que tu madre le va a dejar, atención, ¿tú crees que tu madre le va a dejar a Finn ir a hacer mountain bike ahora? Atención, repito, Hannah. ¿Tú crees que tu madre le va a dejar a Finn hacer mountain bike ahora?
That my mom.
Sí, yo creo que sí. Dejar significa, atención, ¿qué significa dejar, Finn?
To bring.
No, eso es to bring, es traer. Atención, chicos, esto es muy importante. Dejar. To let or allow.
Oh,
Yeah.
sí.
Vale. To leave. To leave something somewhere. Or something or somebody somewhere. Somewhere. And there is more. Dejar. There is one more, but I don't remember right now. To let, to allow. Vale, ¿tú crees, Hannah, que tu madre le va a dejar a Finn hacer mountain bike ahora?
Oh, ahora?
Sí, ahora. Sí.
No, no creo que mi madre de deja fin mountain bike ahora.
Muy bien, Hannah, muy bien. Bien. Vale, Finn. Háblame un poco. Háblame un poco a mí. Háblame de tus primos.
Mis. Oh, que. Oh, ¿dónde está tu
No,
primo?
no. Atención. No, no. Háblame a mí de tus primos. Tus
Oh,
primos.
mis primos de el padres familia
Ujú.
viven en Colorado
Bien.
y mis primos de mi madre familia
Ujú.
viven en Bellingham
Muy bien.
y Seattle.
Bien. ¿Y cómo son tus primos? ¿Cómo son? ¿Son altos? ¿Son bajos? ¿Son... ¿Cuántos años tienen y cuántos son?
En Colorado,
Sí.
dos primos está el mismo año.
Bien. ¿Tienen los mismos años que tú?
Sí,
Tienen los mismos años que tú. Muy bien. Vale. Tú, Hannah, tú tienes familia en Bellingham y en Colorado, ¿sí? ¿Sí? Familia en Bellingham y Colorado, ¿sí? ¿Tienes familia en otros sitios del país de aquí de Estados Unidos? ¿Tienes familia en otros sitios?
Sí, en Laurelhurst,
Sí. ¿Y dónde está eso?
en Seattle.
En Seattle, muy bien. Vale.
Y uno primo uno primo
Ujú.
va
Bien.
va a North Carolina
Muy bien, muy bien.
or para college.
Vale, para estudiar en college, en la universidad. Para estudiar en la universidad.
Pero ahora
Sí.
ellos él no está en North Carolina
Vale, perfecto.
porque el virus
Por el virus. ¿Y dónde está él ahora?
está en Laurelhurst.
En casa. Muy
Sí.
bien. Qué bien. Qué bien. Es importante mantener a la familia. Mantener. Importante, chicos, atención. Mantener. To maintain or to keep. Mantener. Mantener. In this case, to keep. To keep. Mantener a la familia unida. Es importante mantener a la familia unida. ¿Vale? ¿Comprendes, Finn?
Sí.
¿Comprendes, Hannah? Mantener a la familia unida. Bien. Genial. Más. Voy a preguntar más cosas. A ver. Oh, bien. ¿Qué está haciendo, Finn, tu padre ahora mismo? You can make it up something. Just you can make up something. Don't tell me the truth. I don't want compromising things. Pero if it's not compromising, you can tell me. ¿Qué está haciendo tu padre ahora?
Él está en
Ujú.
él está en África y
Bueno.
él
Bueno,
está
bien.
conduciendo un elefante.
Muy bueno, qué bueno. Bien, muy bien. Wow, estoy alucinando, estoy alucinando. Vale, perfecto. Oh, perdona. ¿Qué? Vale, ¿qué estoy haciendo yo ahora? Y necesito la verdad. ¿Qué estoy haciendo yo ahora? Ahora mismo, Hannah.
Repitas, por favor.
Sí, yo repito. ¿Qué estoy haciendo ahora mismo? Ahora mismo. Ahora mismo. Esto mismo, mira, ¿eh? Ahora mismo. Mismo means right now. This is the expression. ¿Qué estoy haciendo ahora mismo, Hannah? Yo.
Tú haces um, no recuerdo teach,
Enseñar.
enseñar. Oh, yo tú sé enseñar ahora mismo.
Muy bien, Hannah, muy bien. Yo comprendo. Finn, ¿qué estoy haciendo ahora mismo?
Estás enseñando.
Estoy enseñando. Muy bien, muy bien. Está bien, Hannah. Perfecto, yo estoy contento. Vale, Hannah, ¿quién es el presidente de este país? ¿Quién es el presidente de este país? ¿Quién es? El presidente de este país. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es?
Who's the president of this place?
Shh. En español.
Country.
Este país. ¿Quién es el presidente de este país? Este. ¿Quién es?
No comprendo este país.
Vale.
The country.
Sí, ¿qué significa este?
This
Vale, ¿y país?
place.
No, país. Mira, atención, yo escribo aquí, ¿eh? Es importante. País. País. Country.
I-
¿Quién es el presidente de este país?
El presidente de este país se llama.
Se llama. Muy bien, se
Se
llama.
llama Pingüino Alberto.
Vale, perfecto. ¿Tú crees, Hannah? Me gusta. ¿Tú crees, Hannah, que Pingüino Alberto habla español? ¿Tú crees que él habla español? ¿Pingüino Alberto habla español?
No, pero él habla
¿Inglés? ¿Habla inglés?
Polish.
Habla polaco. Muy bien, Hannah. Muy bien. Vale. Vale, Hannah, ¿tú con quién hablas francés? ¿Con quién hablas francés? ¿Con quién?
Oh, con mi maestro,
¿Maestro qué es? ¿Chico o chica?
chica,
Pues es maestra, ¿vale?
maestra.
Ella es maestra. Y tú, Hannah, ¿tienes algún amigo con el que tú puedes hablar francés? ¿O solo hablas francés con tu maestra? ¿Solo con tu maestra?
Un poco con mi madre,
Ah, ok.
pero um, más el tiempo
Sí, 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 sí.
mi profesora.
Vale, atención, ¿eh? Most of time es importante. Most of time es la mayoría, the majority of the time, la mayoría del tiempo. ¿Vale? Perfecto. Vale, con tu profesor. Y Fen, tú, ¿cuántos años llevas estudiando? ¿Cuántos años llevas estudiando francés? No, francés no, japonés, Fen. ¿Cuántos años llevas estudiando japonés? Fen.
Durante más o menos 3 años.
Vale. Ok, Fen. Me gusta muy bien, yo comprendo perfectamente, yo te comprendo perfectamente, pero yo, Finn, yo quiero que tú uses la palabra llevar. Yo quiero que tú uses la palabra llevar. ¿Tú me comprendes, Finn?
No comprendo.
Vale. Yo te pregunto, Finn, atención, ¿eh? Yo te pregunto, ¿cuánto tiempo llevas estudiando japonés? Yo quiero que tú
Yo llevo estudiando japonés durante más o menos 3 años.
Perfecto. Remember that llevar is a very important word. Ok. Más. A ver. Más. Vale, Fen, ¿con quién hablas japonés? ¿Con quién hablas japonés?
Con mi japonés profesor.
Vale, atención, ¿eh? Esto es muy importante, chicos. Maestro o profesor de japonés. This always with the de, ¿eh? We never say Japanese teacher, French teacher, no. Profesor de japonés. ¿Vale? Vale. Bien. A ver, un poquito más. Bueno, vamos a hacer otra cosa. Vale, chicos. Ahora vamos a cambiar de actividad. Vamos a cambiar de actividad, ¿vale? Yo voy a venir a esta. Bien, a ver, ¿dónde están? Notes. Vale, notes, aquí. ¿Veis esto, chicos? ¿Veis todo esto? ¿Sí? Important review of the lessons seen throughout the year. ¿Sí? ¿Veis aquí? Chicos, en el documento. Sí. Okay, and this is so important, I'm gonna tell you. The first thing I have noticed is that you are confusing two things in English, and I think it's important for you to know this. Do you know that one is her sister, and the other one is I'm going to give this to her, or I'm going to love her? Okay, do you understand the difference between one her and the other her? In English, do you know that difference in English? One is the possessive adjective, which is her car, her parents, her eyes, and the other one is pay her, or love her, or give her. Do you understand the difference between one her and the other her? Because if you don't know that difference in English, we're going to have problems in Spanish.
Oh, sí.
¿Sí? ¿Comprendes la diferencia? ¿Sí?
Sí.
Vale. Because the other day, I'm doing this because the other day on the translations you did, on the homework you did, I saw that you were confusing this thing, okay? So let's review that thing and let's work on those things. Okay, so Her sister recommended me. Vamos a empezar. A ver, Hannah, tú primero. Her sister recommended it to me. Recommended, mirar aquí, muy importante aquí, recommended it to me. Tú primero, Hannah.
Ella
Ella no es her. Ella es she.
no comprendo.
¿No comprendes? ¿Tú sabes, Finn?
Lay.
No, le es este.
Oh,
Muy importante. Su, because it's only one. If it were sisters, it's sus. But it is not, it's only su. ¿Vale? Venga,
Okay.
continuamos.
su hermana
Perfecto.
me lo. Oh, ¿cómo se dice recommended?
Recomendar. Recomendar.
Recomendar. Su hermana me lo recomendar.
It's past tense. It's the last past tense. I told you. You are very close. Very close. Recomendar.
Me lo recomendado.
No, it's the last tense. That is the previous past tense. I'm putting it here for you to see. Okay, attention.
Me lo recomendé.
I'm going to do one thing. Sorry, I'm gonna share the doc. Vale, aquí está, Hannah. Aquí está.
Me lo recomendé.
Él,
Recomendó.
ella me lo recomendó. Atención, Hannah, muy bien. Recomendó. Su hermana me lo recomendó. Muy bueno, Hannah. Vale, más. Finn, continúa.
Sue.
No, aquí, Estamos aquí.
Para eso.
No es correcto.
Por eso.
Muy bien, eso sí. Por eso.
Yo quiero pagarle.
Que pagarle. Vale, could be pagarla too, but pagarle, as I told you, with people, pagarle. Por eso no quiero pagarle. This is... Muy bien, venga, continuamos. A ver, Hannah, tú, aquí.
Su prima
Vale, prima, si es chica, prima.
está
Perfecto.
depressed.
Vale, deprimida.
Deprimida.
Muy bien, muy bien. There you have another. Tienes aquí una palabra más para aprender. Venga, continúa, Hannah.
¿Para qué?
No. ¿Qué es esto?
Oh, por lo tanto,
Por lo tanto.
nosotros
Sí.
vamos
Bien.
a ayudarle.
Muy bien. Ayudarle. Perfecto. Muy bien. Muy bien. Genial.
Gracias.
Muy bien. Estamos haciéndolo bien. Vale, más. Finn, tu turno aquí.
Grace.
En este caso son muchos.
Oh, sus padres.
Bien.
Podrías.
Podrías es yo. Ellos.
Podrían
Perfecto. Podrían.
hacerlo.
Perfecto.
O sea que.
Perfecto. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you. O sea que... Venga, continúa.
Nosotros no tengo.
Nosotros tengo, yo tengo. Nosotros,
No tenemos
vale.
K.
Vale. ¿Qué es esto?
No, don't think.
Es muy importante.
Let's believe.
¿Cómo es? ¿Cómo es, Hannah?
Creo.
Creo is to believe.
Oh.
Pensar.
Oh, sí.
Pensar es muy importante, ¿eh? Pensar, to think.
Or con esto.
Vale, this is the way we do it, okay? This is the after pensar. In Spanish, we always use this. We don't use about. We normally use en. At.
Okay.
¿Vale? This is important thing to take into consideration because we use the word pensar a lot in English, in Spanish, and I think Japanese, French, any language. ¿Vale? En ello. Okay, and this is the new lesson I want to teach you because I saw the other day this. Okay. We have this ello. But en eso, vale, I'm gonna do it right en eso. That is eso, vale? Because I know you know that. Okay, here is the, we have another sentence with two its. One it here in the end of the sentence and one it at the beginning of the sentence. Do you think it's the same it? The other day when you were doing the translations, I saw that you were confusing them. Who can answer me that question?
El primero.
Pues muy bien, Hannah, sí, el primero.
Es
El primero es esto.
el
Ello.
segundo es lo.
Muy bueno. Esto así. Vale, Hannah, continúa por favor. Continúa.
Ellos están aquí.
Están. Es uno. Está aquí.
Oh,
¿Ok?
ellos están aquí.
Vale, perfecto. Aquí. Vale, remember this. So.
Oh, o sea que tú
Ajá.
no recuerdo quién.
Es muy importante, Hannah. Finn, ¿cómo es can?
Puede.
Oh,
Poder.
Poder. Tú puedes.
o sea que tú puedes ponerlo.
Poner is to put.
Oh. No sé.
¿Tú sabes,
no,
Finn?
No comprendo.
Está bien. ¿Tú sabes?
No.
¿No recuerdas? Vale, to take could be.
Oh, llevarlo.
Vale, that is one. To take something from one place to another, that it could work. To grab, to go take it. I want to teach you this, it's so important. Okay, we say it in Spain, coger. Cogerlo. In South America they say agarrar. ¿Vale? Agarrarlo. Agarrarlo. ¿Vale? It's important. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. This that I'm marking right now for you, esto, this is a very informal way to say in Spanish, but everybody say it. So it's when we communicate with friends, we do this so. This so is o sea. It's very polite. Nothing, it's not unpolite. But this is what we say. We don't say that much, therefore, por lo tanto. That's too formal. It's great to know, but o sea is what we really say. Secondly, pay attention here. So this o sea, incredibly important. You are going to hear that. If you learn Spanish and you practice it with other Spanish speakers, you're going to hear that a lot. This one, this ello, super important what I'm going to say, eh? We never, ever say it. It is there. It is there. This it, in English, we always use it. The it, that is the personal pronoun. This is the object direct pronoun. This is the difference. This in English, grammatically, this it is has one function and this another one. This ello in Spanish, it exists, but we never use it. Never say it. So we would say está aquí. Or how would you say, for example, it is pretty? As far as this example.
Está bonito.
It's we are describing something now. When
Es
we
bonito.
es bonito, we don't say ello es bonito. Nobody says that. We don't say ello está aquí. Nobody says that. We say está aquí, es bonito, es alto, es tall, es precioso, is beautiful. Está en Seattle. It is in Seattle. We don't say ello está en Seattle, but I need you to see the difference, okay? At the beginning of the sentence, do never put lo. Vale, Finn, el siguiente este. It was very good.
Estado muy bien.
Vale. Bien. That is one way. Estaba muy bien. Perfecto. If we see this and we go to B, imagine that is B. And it is always él or ella.
Fue muy bien.
Fue, atención, fue muy bueno. Fue muy bueno. ¿Vale? And one more time I repeat it. We don't write the it. It exists. It's ello. But we never say it. Hannah, ¿puedes continuar? ¿Puedes continuar aquí, por favor? Continúa.
Su.
Su.
Oh, ella preparado. Ella he preparado.
No, no. This is the other past tense. I don't see a have here.
Ella lo preparado.
Nope. The new past tense.
Ella lo preparó.
Preparó. Ella preparó. Sí. Mira, Hannah, mira en la pantalla. New past tense. ¿Vale? Ella lo preparó. Perfecto. Vale, más. Hannah, tu turno este.
¿Qué tiempo? ¿Cómo?
Oof. How many?
¿Cuántos
Vale.
tiempos?
Muy bien, Hannah. ¿Cuántas?
Tiempo.
No.
Oh, ¿cuántas veces yo te forgiven?
Vale.
Perdona. Wait. Perdono.
What past tense is this?
Yo te
Oh, sí. Vale, venga, Finn, continúa.
Esto es el last.
Ok, mira, aquí, yo voy a escribir aquí, I'm gonna write it here. The last. La última. O el último. It's like the ultimate. Último or última. El último, la última or el último.
Esto es la última vez yo
I forgive you. Last time that I forgive you.
última vez que yo perdonarte.
No.
Te perdonar.
Bien. Yo te perdono. ¿Vale? Yo perdono. Bien. Vale, más. Hannah, tu turno. Stop, quit working.
No recuerdo stop.
¿Tú recuerdas, Finn? Es importante.
Deja
Sí.
de.
Sí. Sí. Venga.
De. Dejas.
Deja. It's a command. Command always like this.
Deja.
Deja.
Traer.
No. Deja. Tú puedes ayudarla a tu hermana, Finn.
Deja trabajar.
Oh, trabajar.
Vale, y esto, deja de.
Deja de trabajar.
Trabajar.
Trabajar tanto.
Perfecto, deja de trabajar tanto. Vale, más. Finn, tú primero.
Deja de molestarle.
Deja de molestarle. Hannah, continúa.
Él
Sí.
está hace
No.
has-
ING. ING.
haciendo
Ajá.
lo que
Sí.
él
Ajá.
entiende
Sí.
que hacer.
Perfecto. Genial. Finn, tu turno. Muy bueno, Hannah. Muy bueno. She's... Atención, resting. No. Rests. Like you.
Ella no. Ella descansar.
Vale. Tienes que conjugar.
Ella descansar
Bien.
como tú.
Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Venga, continúa.
Ella descansar.
No, esto ya es diferente.
Oh, no sé.
¿No sabes? ¿Tú sabes, Hannah, lo que significa sleep?
Dormir.
Muy bien. Venga, Finn, continúa.
Ella
Duerme.
duerme todo el día.
Muy bien. Todo el día. Perfecto. A ver, tengo una más. A ver. Venga, uno más. Hannah, tu turno.
Yo no
Ajá.
voy
Ajá.
a hacer
Hacer...
hacerlo como tú hacerlo.
Como tú lo...
Haces.
Perfecto. Vale, chicos. Okay, this is going real quick. I have a new exercise for you. Attention, check it out. We're finishing with this. Mira esto, Finn. ¿Qué es esto?
Esto es Montserrat.
Vale, Finn. A ver, ¿tú recuerdas Montserrat? ¿Sí recuerdas?
Sí.
Sí,
¿Y te gustó Montserrat, Hannah?
me gusta Montserrat mucho.
Mucho, vale. ¿Y dónde está Montserrat, Hannah?
Está en España.
Bien. Vale. ¿Y por qué conoces Montserrat? ¿Por qué? Conocer. Ah, ok. Conocer is the other word to say to know. Conocer, ya.
Oh,
Conocer is to.
yo sé Montserrat
Sí.
porque visito Montserrat.
No, no. Aquí, ¿eh? This is a past tense. Completely in
Oh,
the past.
porque yo visité Montserrat en mi hermanos aniversario.
Aniversario, cumpleaños. Cumpleaños es birthday. Cumpleaños. Vale. Y, Finn, ¿a dónde fuisteis? ¿A dónde fuisteis cuando fuisteis a España?
Donde.
¿A dónde fuisteis? Mira aquí, ¿eh?
Oh, sí.
¿A dónde fuisteis? En España.
En España
Sí.
fuimos en Madrid y Barcelona.
Fuimos a Madrid o a Barcelona. Y Hanna,
Sí,
¿cuál te gustó más, Madrid o Barcelona? ¿Cuál te gustó más, Madrid o Barcelona?
ma-
Madrid o Barcelona, ¿cuál te gustó más?
me gustó Barcelona
¿Más que Madrid?
más que Madrid.
Muy bien. ¿Y por qué, Hanna? ¿Por qué te gustó Barcelona más que Madrid?
Porque me gustó el playa de Barcelona.
Muy bueno. Muy bueno. ¿Y esto que hay aquí, esto dónde está? ¿Qué hay aquí? Describe esto, Finn. Finn o Hannah, describir. ¿Qué ves aquí?
Es cerca de Barcelona.
Vale, pero ¿esto qué es? ¿La ciudad?
Esto es cerca de Barcelona.
Bien, muy bien. Está cerca de Barcelona. Muy bien, Finn. Genial. ¿Pero está en la ciudad o está en la naturaleza? ¿Dónde está esto?
Está en la naturaleza.
Muy bien, en la naturaleza. ¿Y esto qué es esto? Este edificio, esta construcción, ¿qué es esto?
Esto se llama un monastery.
Vale, un monasterio. Es un monasterio. Vale. Fen, cuando vosotros fuisteis aquí, vosotros, Fen, cuando vosotros fuisteis aquí había mucha gente. Había mucha gente en Montserrat.
Maybe. Sí.
Remember that.
Mucha gente.
Atención, ¿eh? I is there are. Había is the past tense of there is there are. Is there was or there were.
Había mucha gente.
Bien. Vale, yo voy a escribir aquí había past tense of había. There was or there were. Muy importante, ¿eh? Vale. Y a ver, 4 minutos más, chicos, 4 minutos más. Vale. Después en España vosotros, chicos, ¿qué sitios visitasteis? ¿Solo Madrid y Barcelona o visitasteis más sitios? ¿Qué sitios visitasteis?
Solo Madrid y Barcelona.
Vale. ¿Durante cuánto tiempo estuvisteis en España, Hanna? ¿Durante cuánto tiempo?
Durante 2 semanas.
Durante 2 semanas. Perfecto.
Más o menos.
Más o menos, muy bien. Y esto, ¿hace cuánto tiempo estuvisteis? ¿Hace cuánto tiempo de este viaje a España? ¿Hace cuánto tiempo fuisteis a España?
No comprendo.
Vale. Hace un día, fue ayer, ¿vale? Hace 2 días yo fui a andar en bicicleta. ¿Hace cuánto tiempo fuisteis a España, Fen? ¿Hace cuánto tiempo?
Exactamente un año.
Exactamente un año, perfecto. Perfecto, exactamente un año. ¿Visitasteis solo España o visitasteis más países?
Solo España.
Solo España durante 2 semanas hace exactamente un año. ¿Es verdad, Hannah? ¿Sí o no?
Yo discuto.
Vale, bien. Muy bien. Muy bien, Hannah. A ver, Hannah, ¿tú qué piensas? ¿Qué crees?
En avión,
¿Sí?
nosotros stop,
No,
Parar. Stop in this case is parar.
parar,
Sí, pero Hannah, yo quiero que tú utilices esto. Parar en past tense. ¿Nosotros?
nosotros paramos
Sí, perfecto.
en London
En Londres, muy bien.
en el primero trip,
El primer
Y-
viaje.
primer viaje
Ujú.
y el segundo viaje
Sí.
paramos en Ireland.
En I-
solo el airport.
Vale.
Sí,
Es layover.
sí,
We did it.
pero
Ya.
nosotros paramos en dos.
Muy bien. Fue Hannah. Fue divertido. Fue divertido fue divertido en el aeropuerto. Fue divertido en Londres.
Divertido.
Divertido. Fue divertido. ¿Qué significa divertido, Hannah? ¿No comprendes?
To distract.
No, yo te comprendo. Mira aquí, ¿eh? A ver, voy a mover esto. Divertido significa fun. Fue divertido en el aeropuerto. Fue divertido.
Sí,
Sí.
con nosotros com, com, como
Mira aquí, tú puedes mirar aquí. ¿Nosotros qué? ¿Comprar? ¿Comprar?
no comes
Aquí.
comimos
Sí.
o nosotros comimos um, bueno food.
No, mira. Muy bueno, ¿eh? Comida. Food. Comer. Comida.
Oh, sí, comida bueno.
Vale. Hey chicos, gracias. I loved it. We don't have time for many. I have had prepared many other things. He tenido preparado más cosas, pero no podemos. Muy bueno. Gracias. Espera un segundo.
Gracias.
Gracias, muchas gracias, ¿vale?
Gracias.
I think you're doing amazing. Please keep going. Finn, I loved your writing. I loved your writing also. Hannah, I will send you some corrections. I wanted to tell you about the corrections now, but we don't have time for everything. I think the interaction is the most important thing in order for you to acquire the language, and that's why I want to spend the most of the time, okay, when we are here. But that's why I think it's so important, the homework I'm sending you. That's all. Okay, because on the homeworks is the basics in order to speak well here, okay? ¿Sí?
Sí.
Vale. Muy bien, gracias.
Gracias.
Nos vemos. Adiós.
Adiós.
Adiós. it's done. Finished. This has been the class for this day, and I'm very satisfied with the performance of my students. I think for 5 months, after 5 months, just after 5 months starting with me, I think they are able to hold a led conversation, so a guided conversation with me. Probably if they go to some Spanish speaking country, they might have some complications, but with me, with a guidance, I think they can do it. And after 5 months, I'm happy about that. So yeah, thank you so much. So finally, we have made it to the end of this video. A video that explains the whole process of the teaching learning experience online. I deeply believe that all the items I've been speaking about are items that all the teachers should take very much into consideration. I hope this serves you, and definitely if you have any suggestion, I would deeply appreciate you sending me a suggestion and writing it on the comments section below. So with no more say, thank you very much for watching, and until the next